Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah,
How you doing?
good. Just
It's good.
setting up
It's a
here.
nice car. I wish I had that car. I have that car, but wish the new one.
What kind of car is it?
Subaru Outback.
Hmm.
Same car I have in that right now.
Mexican food.
Yeah. I have to get some food.
You're gonna get fried chicken again? What are you gonna get?
I'm gonna go to two convenience. I'm just walking to this one to get something to drink, and then I'll walk to the other one to get food.
No. At least that's exercise, I guess.
That's the only reason.
Hmm.
I have no other reason why. I literally just want exercise.
Shit.
It's hard, like, because getting exercise is tough.
Yeah. I've been thinking about ways to get exercise too. I
Yeah.
bought some the the ankle weights, but I'm probably gonna put them on my arms. But they're like 10 pounds each. But you keep like you put them on like Goku.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, like, Goku.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's say, sure. On paper. Hi, konnichiwa. Hi. Hi, 100円。はい。はい、ありがとうございます。There you go. I heard that works, like, but I don't know how well. It's definitely not good to run with them and stuff like that. Like people who did that experiment, the guy said it was really hard on his joints.
Hmm.
Like when I used to be a lot fitter because I used to walk to work every day,
Uh huh.
so I could eat all the fried chicken I wanted, basically.
Nice.
But besides walking to work every day,
Uh
I
huh.
had my old laptop, which was so heavy. Like it was an old school laptop, so it was heavy.
Uh huh.
And then I had books inside my backpack. My backpack was seriously at least 15, 20 pounds because of all
Nice.
the shit I had in it.
Yeah. 30 more
So,
pounds. You'd be like, oh, you start like doing like army stuff.
yeah. So, like, I was running upstairs. I was running to the train station.
Nice.
I was power walking because I'm always last minute, everything, you know how it is
Yeah.
for me. So, I was like pretty good shape. I could eat almost whatever I wanted. Now I fucking drive everywhere. I complain if I have to walk too far. Basically, like America lifestyle.
Wow. Yeah, that's just it too. And like, if you think it's so like two for one too, because like
Uh,
to go there and to be motivated to do all that walking and shit, like if you're going to the gym, that's like
uh,
huge. But if you're just doing it like just to go to work and
yeah,
stuff, you know,
there's nothing. Yeah, it's
right?
like you just gotta go. Yeah, that's my strategy. When I was doing the lots of running,
Uh huh.
I used to like really enjoy running because I would just pick a point and then I would run to that point. But then because I'm kind of like retarded,
Uh
I would forget like I have to go back. So my motivation would be just to like go back.
huh. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like I never thought about how far I had to run back when I was running. So I was like, oh, let's run here. You know. So,
Mm.
but weed really messed up running for me because I started running while like under the influence,
Uh
and
huh.
then it stopped being like it felt really good. Like people say you lose motivation. Like it's possible. You have to basically back then you have to get your running shoes on, tie them on, get everything ready. Make sure you took a piss. Like everything you need to do it.
Uh huh.
And then you smoke or do whatever you gotta do. Because if you do it and you don't do all your other shit, what happen is you'll just be like, ah, this music is really nice. Ah, this couch is really comfy. Ah, I'm just gonna sit here.
Right, right.
So if you do everything before, you can just run. And it felt amazing. But after I stopped, like weight training, running, all that stuff didn't feel good anymore. So I didn't do it anymore.
Wow, that's
Like
interesting.
it
So yeah,
stops feeling good. Mhm.
smoking actually made you gain health, huh?
Yeah, it did really, really did for real.
Wow,
I was so much healthier when I like my physique was so much better.
wow.
Everything was better just because I was really like motivated to feel good. So when I was in the gym, like
Was
it
it
was
like
like
you're
Arnold,
coming?
dude, for real, it was like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Every time I was doing it,
Yeah,
I was like, ah, I'm coming, right?
yeah.
And like people wouldn't bother me either because probably I smelled so bad. Like nobody went around me ever because I smelled so bad.
That's funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That-
And I
see.
had this big gnarly beard, and like my eyes were bloodshot, and like I'm just fucking like really lifting heavy weight. I'm doing like heavy ass weight, and people were just staying away from me.
Nice. And
I went on those
you went to the
monkey
girly
bars, yeah,
gym too. Yeah, with the
yeah,
muscular. So you're
yeah,
really
this
scaring some
monkey.
people.
Yeah, I think I got that lunk alert, but I'd also fuck around with the monkey bars. I love doing the monkey shit, but
Uh
like while you're high, that shit's fun. You're like, I'm a monkey, bro. I'm fucking doing the monkey shit. It's a lot of fun.
huh.
I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
But yeah, after I stopped, like I just stopped. It wasn't feeling good anymore. So
Uh-huh.
and like every rep felt like I'm just so tired. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's different. Definitely different.
Yeah. I was looking at uh some of the weight gain stuff. I'm afraid if I start doing that stuff, I'm just gonna get fat.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
We can't. You just have to train like basically. What is it called? Put the scale on the other side. With the weight training, you won't get fat if you're worried you're gonna get fat. I'm confused.
Oh, there's this the supplement.
Supplements. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't take any protein powder or anything. I
You
just
didn't?
ate eggs. I ate tons of
Eggs.
eggs,
Okay.
but my diet consisted mainly of eggs.
I see. I'd probably get sick of that. Or I don't even like eggs that much, really.
Not really.
Yeah.
You get tired of it for sure.
Yeah.
Like, there's a for
I
sure
wouldn't
you
eat
get tired of.
one if it wasn't convenient.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
get
eat them
sick.
at all.
What I would do is I would just make like these omelets or I'd scramble them because like that was the easiest way to cook them and it's just
Mm.
fast. So
Well, what I found the easiest way was to get the whey powder and mix it in with flour and make it like like a pancake.
yeah, what the pros do is instead of flour they use oatmeal and they use
Oatmeal?
oat powder. Oat powder. They grind the oats into powder and then oat powder it up. That way
Ah,
it's a little healthier.
yeah. I'm using that fucking bleached flour. It's not surprising.
It's not good for you at all.
But
It's definitely not good for you.
I put this time I put blended up flaxseed so it has fiber in it
Oh,
at least.
that's a little healthier.
Yeah.
I hate ham though. Like I'm looking at sandwiches right now, thinking of getting a sandwich. Can't stand ham because I feel like it gives you colon cancer. Like I was reading into like colon cancer stuff. I'm pretty sure that the processed stuff like that has the nitrates and stuff in it.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I think like for I kind of agree with what was it? Was it no Jewish law or
mhm.
Islam where you can't eat pigs? Like pigs are basically like pretty like as smart as dogs almost. So like I feel bad.
Nah, I don't really care
And they
about the
don't even
intelligence.
like they're kind of gross, except for maybe
Uh,
everyone likes bacon, but like everything about them is really like gross. Like everything.
yeah, I agree. They're kind of gross as fuck, but
Yeah.
they're tasty. It's not. Hold
So.
on one second. Let me find you. Oh yeah. Hold on. はい、こんにちは。これもよかった。これとささみ揚げ、二つで。はい、お願いします。いや、そのままで大丈夫です。はい。あ、お願いします。あ、お支払い方法をお選びください。現金を入れ終わりましたら、スクリーンの上、OK ボタンを押してください。レシートをお受け取りください。お取り忘れにご注意ください。はい、ありがとう。はい。Nice. All right, got what I wanted. Basically, I wanted to get these. I got nervous because I walked in the store with the beverage I bought at the other convenience store, and I wasn't sure if they put the seal on it, and they did. So otherwise, they would have thought I stole it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's hard to get fat with weight training stuff if you're eating a lot, like too much. It's not bad because you'll still put on muscle. Like if you feel like you're gaining too much fat, then just cut back your calories. But otherwise, you should be putting on a lot of muscle because you have a pretty fast metabolism. I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
It might have slowed down a little bit, but pretty much your metabolism is pretty quick. So I bet you could eat a lot. My metabolism is pretty slow. So if I eat too much like food, like I can gain muscle pretty quickly. But the problem with it is that I gain fat pretty quick too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess you do change a lot. You're like super dynamic.
Yeah. Like I was about to say, what is it called? Boston Dynamics.
No, they're
Boston
static,
Dynamics.
bitch.
They're static
They're
now.
static now.
Fucking static bitches. Yeah, I feel like weight training and stuff like that, I go off and on with. Like, I really like it, and then I don't really give a shit anymore. And it's only because I only follow the motivation, and I almost never like stay dedicated to it. Like, there weren't very many times where I worked out just because, like, even if I didn't feel like it, I did it anyway. There weren't very many times like that.
Yeah.
It was almost always like I feel like working out, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. That's
But
right.
people get jacked. They work out because like they're dedicated. They don't care if they're happy or sad. They do it anyway.
Yeah, I don't even want to get that big. Like, I don't want to be that much of a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to look like the mountain or something like that. But most of those guys are on steroids, so it's really hard to look like that without steroids anyway.
Yeah. I mean, with taking Q out, sometimes sometimes it's like 2 to 6 miles a day with taking Kiba. So he's a good buddy. And I lost some weight, but like I didn't lose it in the belly like I wanted. It's like my thighs got skinnier, so like I got like the top part of my leg is skinnier. Control. That's it.
Well, for that, you have to do like leg exercises mainly.
Yeah. Well, it's like I would just say it's like not the places where I even cared about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can understand that. I feel like it happened to me too.
Yeah.
I lose weight, but not where I want to lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, like my legs are pretty muscular from being fat for so many years.
Yeah.
So like I had to carry around all the weight. So like the underlying muscle was really strong.
Mm.
But where I'm not very strong and I'd like to be is more my chest.
Mm.
Like upper back, not very strong
Oh yeah.
in comparison.
You ever see
Good.
Baki?
No, I know you're talking about.
There's a scene in that both of the manga and the beginning where like the dude flexes and he
Yeah.
flexes his back and then it kind of looks like a demon first. It's like you're gonna see the demon now when he
Oh
flexes his
yeah.
back.
Oh nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Because he's got so many muscles in his back. It's
That would be good.
funny.
I'd love to have that many muscles, honestly. It would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Like it's tough though. Like back exercises. But what I'm thinking about doing, honestly, it wouldn't help you at all with your legs, but like there are a couple climbing gyms here. So I'm really thinking about doing the climbing.
Climbing gyms. Where
Yeah.
you're at?
Yeah, there's some in Michigan too, but climbing gyms in Michigan cost a lot of money. But
Hmm.
the regular gym in Michigan is super cheap. But here, gyms in general are expensive. So if I cancel my regular gym membership and just pick climbing up, then the price is the same.
Oh, nice.
And it's like $80 a month, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's expensive, but it's like you can do it as much as you want.
Nice. Yeah, and then you have like a skill you can go like hiking and shit.
Yeah, you can climb shit.
Yeah.
I feel like with climbing, like weight training is boring right now to me. Like I tried weight training,
Uh
I'm
huh.
just bored. I'm tired of lifting something up until like I'm tired of lifting it and then setting it down and then doing that again like 3 or 4 times. I'm just tired of
Yeah,
doing that.
that's what I'm saying. I wish like I'm trying to think of like exercises that are a little bit more like a game or something. Keep me engaged into it.
I feel like that's climbing because like it's a puzzle. Every time I watch climbing, I've watched a couple of YouTubers that are climbers,
Uh huh.
and obviously I'll never be like good like them. Like they're professionals and they've been doing it since like 12, but
Right.
I'll never be that good. But in general, though, you're learning how to solve a puzzle. Like how do I get to the top
Uh huh.
using these few pieces? So you have to use your brain,
Oh man. Oh
and then
boy.
like the consequence of failure is literally falling. So it's kind of nice. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah. I just wish that there was like I'd get virtual reality if there was like a Mortal Kombat game where you could like
Mm,
punch in the air and shit and fight people. That would get
yeah.
that's what I would want to do to get fit. Just like shadow box like virtual enemies.
Mm.
That'd be cool.
They had the idea a long time ago
Uh huh.
because there was like a couple fighting games like
Yeah.
that, but I don't know. Just never kicked off too well, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably really hard to implement. I mean, you need to like really precise tracking to make it feel good.
Yeah, probably. Plus, we'll get there.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think the people who really want to do that would probably like actually like to punch somebody for real.
Oh, really?
So
I don't want to punch
probably.
people for real though. I don't want to hurt
Uh,
anyone.
I don't want to hurt anybody either, but I like the opportunity, like to. That doesn't sound right either. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just like the opportunity to be hurt. No, I don't want.
Well, we already know
But
that. Come on. That's not a secret.
I just want to like have the basically. There's a consequence to messing up, and that consequence is a short-lived pain. Like
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great.
The consequences
Yeah.
is you're a bad boy.
Hmm. Yep. I'm really bad. Yep. I'm really bad. So It's worth it though. Definitely worth it. I thought about doing the jujitsu, but
Jujitsu.
I, yeah, because that's like basically wrestling. But wrestling is gay. Like I feel
Yeah.
like not in like I don't have anything against gay people way, but just like when I look at wrestlers, I feel like it's super gay.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like the gayest
Like
thing
jujitsu
ever.
is pretty much the gayest thing ever. And jujitsu is like almost the gayest thing ever, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, it does. Because it sounds like it's from Naruto.
Basically.
Yeah.
But it's not. You're still rolling around the ground. Some other dudes, balls in your face,
Yeah.
but
Maybe like I need like that fucking. I need a Shaolin Kung Fu menu. I'll do those fucking exercises. 'Cause they
yeah, it's
like.
mainly like it's karate. That's
Yeah.
the karate, I think.
Yeah. Because when they train, they like. They don't like. Just like for spiritual reasons. They like punch boards and shit. Like they don't.
Yeah,
They don't do none of
those are
that
my.
gay shit, you
They don't do that faggy stuff. Roll around the ground, playing touch butt.
yeah.
But
That's what they make you
basically it.
do in the army combatives too. Except for like at first you have to like you get crawl on the ground, but I guess it kind of makes sense then because like it makes sense if like you're like struggling for a weapon or something.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. Like jiu-jitsu and Krav Maga and all that, like those kind of things, they kind of make sense because in like a real life situation though, if you're on the ground and
Yeah,
there's more than one combative and you're the only one, like you're gonna get fucked up fast.
yeah,
So like you don't really, unless it's 1v1, you want to get on the ground
yeah,
because you're gonna get pretty much you get fucked up really quickly. But if it's like yeah, a situation where somebody's got a weapon, you can disarm them or you can try to take it away. It's probably gonna work for you.
mm,
But that's why the MMA guys do the like mini stuff. Like I think one strong one is Muay Thai. That one's really really strong. It's kind of like Thai boxing.
mm.
So you use
I thought when you use like
lots.
elbows and stuff, right?
Yeah, they do. And they use kicking
Mm,
and all that too. Those guys, their legs are so fucking strong. Like they practice kicking all the time,
yeah.
so their shins are super strong. They can break shit with their shin. It's crazy.
That's pretty. Actually,
I would
I
not
bought
want to.
some because of that one time. I actually bought some pepper spray. I'm
Did
gonna
you
keep.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna clip it on my belt. Not have to worry
Put
about
it on.
that.
Put it on some tacos.
Yeah. I mean, one spicy taco.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth it though.
Yeah.
Better to have the pepper spray.
Yeah.
The police got it, so you
Yeah.
get.
So
It's
they.
crazy. They made tasers illegal. I think in Michigan. I don't think you're allowed to have a taser.
Oh really?
Are you? Are you allowed? I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'd like to get one though.
Yeah.
But America is like RL fucking GTA, so you gotta watch
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about that place than like here in Japan. He's got a couple perverts mainly, but there are people who die here and shit like that. Like I watch the news,
Uh huh.
and the Japanese news is kind of propaganda because they don't show anything negative.
Oh
Even
really?
when like crazy fucked up shit is happening,
Uh huh.
they won't show it on the news,
Really? How do you
or they'll
find out
try.
about it then?
There are a couple of news websites that I follow that have news in English, and I just click
Uh.
on the crime link. If it's like bad, they might report it, but it's not very common to see all of the news.
So it's like almost state controlled media mostly. Well, I mean, it's not that much different from America.
Well, NHK is state controlled media. Like
So that's like
it's literally,
NHK is like BBC.
oh yeah, so, yeah. Because
Okay.
everyone's actually forced to buy it, but there's no legal repercussions. Like I'm breaking the law right now because I don't buy NHK. We have NHK,
That's
but
funny.
I don't pay for it. I don't pay for it. I
Uh,
literally won't pay for it. The
that's
guy comes to your house, he tries to get money for it, but basically the law is this: NHK and pay
uh,
for it if you have a TV. or something that can receive a signal for an HK, you're required to pay for it. However, there is zero repercussions for not paying for it.
I see.
So even if you break the law, it's not even like any problem.
What bitch? You're not getting the NHK propaganda?
Yeah. So I mean, we are getting it, but we just don't pay for it. So
Oh, you are?
yeah, yeah, you get it for sure. Like if you have a TV, you get it. So it's not free. It's like you have to pay for it, but it just doesn't come out of taxes. So they have these NHK collectors. They come out and they try to collect money from you. So they come to your house, they'll knock on your door, or they'll push you in and say, "Are you paying for TV?
Oh,
Do
you
you have
say you don't have
TV?"
TV?
Yeah, I said on TV.
Okay.
Well, the last time he came, I did not have a TV, so actually it was not a lie. And then the first time he came, I had a TV, but it wasn't my TV. It was the apartment's TV. It was leased to me, so it doesn't count. I didn't have a choice. If I had a choice, like I could say I don't want a TV, then okay, but the apartment just gave me the TV, so in my opinion, I didn't have a choice for that. So right now we do have a TV, but the NHK guy hasn't come since. So the last time he came, I literally did not have a TV. We did not purchase a TV. So he said, "Do you have a TV?" And I said, "Actually, no, I don't. I really don't. I don't have one. I just moved here. I don't have a TV." So, and it does seem to work.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even, like, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't get a TV. The only thing I care about is the internet.
Yeah, but Japanese TVs are awesome, dude. They have really interesting TV.
It looks like a bunch of fucking, like, talk shows and game shows. Like, it doesn't look that
It is,
interesting.
dude. A lot of talk shows, a lot of
Yeah.
stupid game shows, but I mean, there are some good stuff. Like they have like a show where these guys are building. I guess they built a village. They took pop stars, like Japanese pop stars, and they were like idols in some of these idol groups. And they took like 3 or 4 of them together and said, "Hey, we're gonna make a new TV show. What would it be like if we took 4 or 5 idols and then we had you guys build a village? Like you have to build a self-sustaining like small village."
Nice.
And they did. Like the guys, they learned how to plant crops and they learned how to farm and they learned how to do everything. They literally built their own village.
Wow.
But then, unfortunately, due to the tsunami back in 10 years ago, whatever it was now, it destroyed everything. And not destroyed everything, but it irradiated everything, so they can't even go back there. So they had to create a new one. And now instead of it being a village, they created an island. That they have an uninhabited island, and they went and inhabited the island and started doing the same thing there. And now that that's kind of finished, and the area that was irradiated, they can start going back to now. They actually got like 3 or 4 new pop star people, and they're gonna do the same thing again.
What's it called? Maybe I could pirate it.
I don't know. I think it's called Rush or something like that. I'll look into it. I'll tell you once I find out. But it comes on like every week or so I watch that. And they do interesting stuff. Like they learn how to can stuff. It's almost like a mix of Survivor Man and like all this other stuff. But it's all positive. Like nothing's like negative about it. There's no like competition, like who can survive the longest, anything like that. There's nothing like that. It's just like
no American
they're working it.
Spirit in there.
Yeah, that's it. Get her done. That's all it is. That's all it is. Get her done to it. So it's actually pretty good. The other one, they have a TV show. Like they travel all across Japan with these motorbikes that are electric. So and they have to stop random places and ask if they can charge their motorbike. So sometimes they'll stop at a person's house just randomly. And like go inside this person's house, no warning, no nothing. And it's pretty cool. You get to see like parts of Japan you'll probably never see unless you just go travel. So I really like that show. So there are some interesting programming, and then plus you get to hear like Japanese that's like spoken. Not necessarily like fake Japanese; it's real. So I really enjoy it. Yeah, I think Japanese TV is great.
Yeah. I almost like the fake Japanese better than that.
It is good. There's no doubt about that. It is good. So, but I think both is what you really need.
Yeah. Like there's this, like that Thunderbolt Fantasy, the fucking when the demons speak, they sound so fucking cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
nice,
Just
nice.
I think they just I think it's just the same. I think it's just like more poetic and literary expressions, but just sounds awesome,
Okay,
man. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out, I guess. Like, I don't know what it is exactly. I've never watched it, so. And
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about getting ice cream right now. Ice
Yeah.
cream looks so good. Right now, I'm at a drugstore. I'm just touring, fucking touring the places.
I've done that before too.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't see anything like low calorie. Everything's really high. Like 300 calorie, 400 calorie ice cream. Sometimes they have low calorie ice cream, so you can kind of.
Yeah. I try to
Yeah,
watch.
I'll get some.
Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just talking shit. Like I'm gonna buy a banana.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, I try to watch some Chinese anime because like I figure we gotta get ready for our new upcoming overlords. Yeah.
Yes, you do. Coming to a town near you.
uh, but like their shit is always so campy. Like they'll address the audience directly. Like it's
Yeah.
it's really weird like sense of humor. Like usually I don't know. I kind of like it like a. I like the John Campbell like Army of the Dead or Army of the Evil Dead kind of stuff, but like
Mm.
it's I don't know. It's really I'm having trouble getting into it.
Have
But
you ever tried
I
watching
like the wushu kind of stuff though. What that's it.
Wushu? I've never
Or
seen that.
like is that what they call it? Like the martial arts fantasy where like
Fuck,
you like develop yourself and you could like ride swords and shit. There's like a specific
probably.
like Chinese fantasy of martial arts. I think it's called that.
It might be that. I have
Uh,
literally no idea.
Wuxia,
But
maybe Wuxia. I don't know.
maybe.
I don't know.
Uh, have you ever thought about Korea?
Korea. The only thing
Korean drama.
Korean drama.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw one that was really good.
I haven't seen any of it.
AC plan. Along for $20.
The only Koreans I know are StarCraft players.
はい、こんにちは。はい。あ、大丈夫ですよ。あ、あります。はい。はい。ポイントは、大丈夫です。じゃあ、お金で、現金で。はい、1000円から入りました。じゃあ30。はい。ありがとう。はい、ありがとうございます。Okay, I bought some potassium. Cool. Basically, it's so hot outside that there's this stuff called OS1, which is scientifically designed to like rehydrate you. So it has like electrolytes, and they say you only drink like 2 bottles per day or something like that. You can mess yourself up. But I didn't follow those instructions back when. I used to drink like 4 bottles plus a day. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Just people said like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I've been drinking. I got some of that Game Subs powder. You ever have any of that?
No. G Fuel.
Yeah, it's like G Fuel. This one has like vitamins in it though, and electrolytes.
Nice.
It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty good.
No, I never had that. There we go. Had to drink some. What the fuck this is called?
Yeah, it sounds like a gaming NPC, like sound file of someone drinking, like
ASMR.
yeah, like a witcher drinking a potion or something.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's good. Uh, man, I feel like melting. Too hot. Anyway, yeah. Anyways, G Fuel stuff. Yeah, you've been drinking that. How's it work for you?
It's pretty good.
Is it?
I don't buy energy drinks as often. You know. I don't know. I think it's probably cheaper to get this stuff. I just wish I could get like carbonation too, like the full experience, cracking open an
I
energy
think
drink.
I think that's the best stuff. Like, does it have any caffeine in it? The powder?
Yeah, it has lots of caffeine.
Uh, it fucked me up probably. I'm
Yeah,
unlimited caffeine.
it says you're only supposed to have like so many servings. Like, I
Yeah.
have like 10 grams the recommended amount.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, I miss caffeine, man. It's like I drink some, like I drink in the morning and sometimes at nighttime now, just
hmm.
so I don't like die of headache.
Yeah. Like I could go off caffeine and like get over withdrawal, but like my day is so much shittier without caffeine. Like
Yeah, it is.
even after I'm done with like withdrawal and like I don't get the craving for it anymore. Like
Yeah,
I feel so much more sluggish without it. Like you know.
yeah. That's yeah for sure. Now I'm down to where like I drink uh like less caffeine overall, but I drink more. I cut like I stopped drinking it cold turkey, and I got like the worst headache of my life. So then I started drinking like a cup in the morning, but a cup in the morning turned to like kind of 2 cups in the morning, and then I thought like I'm feeling tired. I'm gonna have like kind of a coffee and milk, like iced coffee with milk at lunchtime, like I just did, you know. So it's kind of like going back up a little bit, but not as much. I don't know.
Mm.
The PVC, the heart thing, it
Yeah.
goes away when I exercise. So like, if I
Really?
just stay like a shark and fucking just keep in motion, then I'll
Uh
be all right.
oh, that just tells me you probably just need to exercise.
Yeah. Well, the doctor said that right now, as it is, I have about 8,000 per day, and it's like 12,000 per day would be dangerous. Like meaning, not dangerous because you die of a heart attack, but dangerous because your heart will slowly get weaker,
Uh,
and then that can cause damage long term. Like right now, the only irregularity is the PVC. But if the PVC continues and it damages the heart, then more or worse irregularity will happen, which can cause like heart attack.
uh,
So that's why they say like, right now it's not like I don't suddenly have a heart attack, but just it could cause damage. So, but 8,000 a day is not within the risk range.
mm.
So, but when I exercise, then it was like zero. So I just have to stay exercising,
Yeah.
and they'll be just fine.
Same here.
Shark in motion all the time.
Yeah.
If I stop, I die.
Yeah.
That's just how I do. Yeah. If I could become a farmer, that'd be great, dude. Farming every day. It's out in the
Just want to play
planting
Harvest
shit.
Moon all day.
Man, my farming industry, Integrity Farms, in my city, Skylines, is
Yeah.
fucking 5-star ranking right now.
Good old integrity.
Integrity. Ain't got integrity. That game is such a fucking time sink. I swear to you, my little city is amazing. Like, it's doing pretty good, but I don't know where to expand. So I'm really having a hard time with how to expand the game. That's the only problem. Like right now, it has a little metro system and everything. Like I'm really trying to expand it, but
Nice.
the problem is the game makes you feel like you're productive. Like I go home and I was like, "What'd you do today?" And like, well, I had like 3 classes, but you don't understand what I fucking did in cities. Skyline.
Do you
Like,
tell
here's
her
the shit
that?
about work. Yeah, I told her that. I'm excited about it.
What does she
I made
say?
her watch it. Because, like, well, okay, this is what happened. So I showed her the city, whatever, and then she's just talking, and I don't know what she was saying, but the entire time I was thinking about where I should put a roundabout. Like, man, I'm like, I really need a roundabout there. Like, should I cross the bridge, or should I cross the river, or should I wait and not cross the river yet? It's a really tough decision. Like, I'm thinking about this in my head. And she was like, "What's wrong? What are you thinking about?" Like she asked me this. Like apparently I looked very concerned. And I'm like, "Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing." You know, that's like the last thing you can tell a girl because like when a girl has something wrong, she tells you it's nothing. So like if you say it's nothing, don't worry about it. They'll fucking dig until they find out what it is. So I say, "Oh, it's nothing." She's like, "No, what's wrong? Something's wrong for sure. I can see you. Something's wrong. You're thinking about something." Like, no, really, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's like nothing serious. It's just, don't worry about it. She's like, what? And I'm like, I just can't think about it. Should I cross the river yet? Or I don't know if I should cross the river yet. So you're thinking about the game? I'm like, yeah, I mean, that I need to build a roundabout because my traffic is really high right now. I just feel like I created a road structure I wouldn't want to drive through, so I really want to improve it. And she's like, listen to me, like, I'm thinking about serious things, and you're thinking about the game. I'm like, well,
Hey,
this is serious, though.
you told her it was nothing. Come on.
Well, nothing that she needs to be concerned about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing. That's what I told her. I said, don't worry about it. It's nothing you got to worry about. She's my citizens are in need, and I need to help them. So, yeah, I had, no, she didn't get pissed, but I had like a nature park, and my nature park burned down. So I had to. Anyway, my nature park burned down, so I had to. Basically, the nature park's in the center of the city. It's kind of like it was like a central park, basically, but instead of being a park, it was like a nature reserve.
Right.
So I had people camping and shit like that, which just seemed really out of place. So I was trying to figure out a way to get rid of it without just like nuking it, basically. But then a fire took it all, so like whatever. So I took it all down and now have like a central park. So now I'm thinking about like the game. Basically, I want to build a nice, like right now we have citizens and it's good. And we have like so much fucking money. Like I have no idea how to spend all the money in my game that I have. Because my farming industry is so successful. Like I have like so much money from farming, it's stupid. So I'm thinking like I wanted to build a forestry industry for like paper making and stuff, but there's like no need because I'm already making a shit ton of money. So unless I want to be Bezos, then yeah. But otherwise, I'm thinking about building an entertainment industry because right now it's just like offices and shit. So I have 2 projects that I want to do. So 3 main projects. Project number 1, I want to build like an entertainment district. And then I also want to build like a campus district, like at the university. And then I want to have a second kind of city hub that's more towards the water. I don't know. If you saw the map, you'd understand.
Okay.
The game's addicting, dude. You could put tons of hours in that. Yeah. I think I'm at like, well, I like alt-tab hours, so I don't really count those. But like with Crusader Kings, it's a different kind of addiction. Like the Crusader Kings addiction is more like you're playing the game and then like you want to just like survive until your person dies. And then you feel like, all right, Now my person died. I want to play just a little bit to like kind of make sure that next time I start playing the game, I don't have to like forget. I don't have to re-remember everything that happened. So you play like a little bit and then you're done. So you can play like basically 2-3 hours and then Crusader Kings. Then you're like feel like you've accomplished something. You're done.
Uh-huh.
With City Skylines, there's never a point where you feel like I've accomplished something. Like it feels like oh, I did this. Okay, what's next? Okay, this is next. Okay, this is
So it's
next.
like
This is next.
Civ, basically.
Basically, there's always some shit that you have to do, and then like as soon as you do it, there's another shit that you got to do, and then you're there. It's like oh, I could just do this real quick. All right, let me do this real quick. It's like this amazing dopamine hit all the time. It's really addictive.
Yeah, I feel like I could probably get into City more than I could Crusader Kings. Probably.
Yeah, maybe Crusader Kings. You really have to be like into the role playing aspect of it.
I could probably get into Phoenix Lynx.
Yeah, I guess CK3 is like amazing for storytelling. It's better than CK2 for storytelling. I don't know, but that's what I've been reading on the internet, and people write like, "Hey, CK3 storytelling is fucking amazing." So I'm really thinking about CK3. Because right now it's like $40 or something like that. So I'm thinking about picking it up. Don't know. Like the bad thing about Cities is my laptop only runs it at like 28 frames per second. So you really have to kind of suck it up if you really want to play the game. I don't know.
I think World of Warcraft's starting to die.
Is it?
Yeah, because they keep fucking the customer, man. It's broken.
Well,
They put systems and stuff that people don't want, and like it's like I'm not even tempted to like usually when there's a new patch or something I'm tempted to go in, but like
yeah.
I know like if I wanted to even do stuff I would have to get like the fucking renown and soul ash. I'm not even tempted to go back because like I don't even want to do any of that stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's like it'd be like a huge chore just to even start playing the game.
But what did they do recently that fucked it up so much?
They made like these gem slots, like epic gem slots, but the problem is if the gem slots are inferior you have to recraft the legendary.
Nah. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
No. Especially since that's the system they implemented. You know, it's a problem they caused. So they just have to work extra hard. They just want you to fucking do all the chores in the game. So they could drive up the analytics so they could tell shareholders that they're doing good. That's all they care about.
It's sad too, because I remember like WoW was to us when we were in high school and even college, all that. It was such a good game and such a way to escape everything. Like no matter how crazy stuff was, you could log on to WoW and like it was just fun. You enjoyed everything. But I think MMOs in general, maybe for me, are kind of like that. Like I don't think I could ever play an MMO now again.
I
Just
got
because.
the Basil. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna play that.
Yeah.
It
sounds
fun.
A subscription game, I'd probably play Final Fantasy or something. I'd play that game.
FF15,
anyway.
I think is a new one.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything could ever feel as good as WoW used to. Like being able to get that epic flying and just being able to, you know what I mean? Like go wherever you want, being able to gank people.
Dude, that's
kind
the
of
thing that
cartoonish.
sucks about Shadowlands too, because like the new zone, it's not like a world anymore. It's like 5 different maps. each
Uh,
season, not like it's not connected anymore. It's like you go and it gets
that
like
sucks.
the like that's what made World of Warcraft what it was, because like
There's a
it was
world.
yeah, it was a world that was all connected. Like you could walk from Orgrimmar to Tyrannus or whatever, just walking.
Yep. Yeah, the only time you had the zone was like when you enter the city and stuff like that. Didn't they change that? Like they made it where you don't even zone when you enter the city anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah, just with instances and stuff, or like you get teleported or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, like back in the day, if you entered like, let's say you enter the city,
Uh
you
huh.
remember there's a loading screen,
Oh
but I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that came out, right? Like you can enter cities now without loading screens, right?
yeah, yeah. That happened.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. It was like all connected, and you could just go anywhere you wanted. That was what I loved about it. Like that's what I didn't like about Final Fantasy, and why that was probably the number one reason why I jumped to WoW over Final Fantasy.
Because it's all
Like the
connected.
leveling, yeah. Because like Final Fantasy went to a zone loading screen, new zone loading screen. It just
Right.
didn't. It felt like just going from map to map to map.
Yeah,
But
that's how Shadowlands feels like.
that's bullshit, dude. I don't want that at all.
Yeah, it's like I don't even feel pumped to go mad. Like it's I like I think the growth is better with that too. It's very
That's
sad
bullshit.
because like I played it.
Or
Yeah, it's like heartbreaking.
yeah, who knows what it means for the future? Like, there's still people who play Ultima and all them games, right? Like the old school games. But
Yeah,
I don't know too many of the old MMOs. But I remember being when WoW came out, there were people who were like playing MMOs that was really old. So
yeah, yeah. I don't think it would.
so
I don't think WoW will actually ever die. There's too many boomer fans that will just play it no matter what. But like, I think it's
yeah,
gonna be. I think it's not gonna be number one. Is what I mean by it dying.
yeah,
I think
probably
it's.
not.
Yeah.
Probably not. And you know that's the other thing too. There have been lots of other MMOs that have died. So that's something to think about, though. Even though it's dying, you know, now
Uh-huh.
it's outlived like Guild Wars 2. Like, does anyone still play Guild Wars 2? The fact that there's a 2, like, it means Guild Wars 1 died.
I used to try to play Guild Wars 2. That I
Yeah, me
couldn't
too.
get my old fucking account back because they wanted my fucking key. I'm like, dude, I don't have my fucking key
Uh,
from a million years ago. So
yeah, I know
I
who's
got on
fucking.
again and like, dude, the shit's like so bad. Like, they haven't
Yeah.
updated since like fucking like 20 years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like
I
what the
remember
fuck.
Guild Wars. Like, I didn't like that like. I actually one thing I loved about like WoW was I like going back to old areas and like one-shotting shit that would kill you. Like
Yeah,
I love that feeling. Like it feels good. Like it makes you feel like you achieved something. Like Guild Wars, everything fucking levels with you, and like yeah, you level with the zone, and it made no sense to me. I just didn't like it.
yeah.
So I kind of would be upset about Guild Wars. Yeah, I don't know anything about the new Final Fantasy at all. But it might be pretty good. I gotta look into it. I mean, my computer can't run it anyway.
The new Final Fantasy. Oh, you're talking about the single player one?
No, the MMO one.
Oh, you're talking about the new expansion, Shadowbring, or
Yeah, probably. I have
the
no
new
idea.
expansion is gonna come out in a few months or something like that.
I know nothing about it. I just know that there are people who like Final Fantasy, the MMO.
Yeah, they're coming up with, dude. They're getting 2 new classes with their expansion when it comes out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's
What
pretty
are they?
cool.
One? Do you have to re-roll a character? I think you can just switch classes in the
Yeah, you
game with
switch
your character.
classes, which is pretty awesome. But like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, what was it? There's a Reaper that's like a DPS where you just
Nice.
fuck stuff up with the giant scythe.
Mm,
And there's a Mystic, and kind of, I don't know,
nice.
it's supposed to be like a shield healer, I guess, like a Death
Mm,
Priest, but like,
nice.
you know, like Fate State Knight Unlimited Blade Works. You know what that is? Like it looks
I
like
know
you
Fate
just
Stay Nice.
You just like summon like fucking swords out of the air and shit. That's what I saw.
Mm. Simon Zaka style.
Yeah. So you summon
Nice.
Sakura things as a mystic.
Nice.
You call it. Yeah.
Mm. I think if I were to play a class in an MMO right now in my life, I would probably want to be either tank or heal.
Uh-huh.
Like I loved playing Rogue, like in WoW a lot, but I had the most fun playing Paladin. That was probably my funnest, like my most fun class was Paladin.
Yeah. I know how you feel. Like, I love the fantasy of being a mage, but the most fun
Uh-huh.
I had was tanking, like on my mount and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
I love tanking, and
Yeah.
I love being able to like eat shit that would kill people. Like I love that.
Yeah.
Or like the reason why I rolled Paladin was because as a rogue I would gank people all the time. I
Uh-huh.
loved ganking people. It was fun.
Uh-huh.
And like so easy to gank mages and clothies and soft targets,
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many times I ganked a Paladin. All the Paladin did, he was AFK. And I'm like wailing on this guy,
Uh-huh.
unloading all of my cooldowns, and then like see his half like health bar go almost all the way down.
Uh-huh.
And then he stands up from being AFK, bubbles, and then like I'm like dead basically now because he could just unload everything on me, or if he wanted to, just run away or bubble with Hearth. He
Yeah.
just bubbles heals and then fucks me up. I'm like, all right, I'm rolling Paladin. I'm done with this. I'm doing Paladin now. And I just rolled Tauren because after Cat, you could roll like Tauren, fucking Paladin. I'm like, that's the biggest character with the biggest shoulder pads. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Warrior was fun, but I didn't like Warrior because there's no healing, and DPS wasn't that like crazy, especially back in the day. So, but my original plan when I got WoW was like, because Travis back in the day was playing the game, he was a lion, so I thought like, oh, I'll roll like a dwarf warrior
Uh-huh.
is my idea. But the starting zone was fun, but other than that, I didn't like Alliance. So when you got the game rolling horde, that's what we did.
Yeah, I remember the first
Horde
time.
actually good guys.
Yeah, that's what I hate, dude. That's what I hate, especially Marwa. Like, I love being undead and like experimenting on humans. Like, I
Yeah.
was so, dude. Everyone hates the modern spell. Like, I wish they would have continued. Like, I love being the bad guy and like, there's
Yeah.
this, dude. I think the Cataclysm, the low level Cataclysm quest when they redid it, they're so fucking
Yeah.
good. And
Yeah,
like, there's
yeah, yeah. I
one in
remember.
the Eastern Plaguelands where at the end, like, Sylvanas, like she sounds like fucking chains from the Undercity. She's like, "Oh, down to the fucking basement of the Undercity with you," and he's like, "No," and he gets like chained down. And yes,
Nice.
dude, and it's like, "Fuck yeah, dude, fuck."
Yeah.
Like, I love that shit, man. I love being
Yeah, yeah.
fucking evil undead, but they
Yeah.
always want to make you a fucking good guy. It's like,
Yeah.
let me fucking play this game, you know what I mean?
Well, it's because like people want to justify
And it's like,
being
well,
like,
it's such a liberal bullshit. Like, oh, we're both good guys. We just misunderstand each other. It's like, let me be a fucking bad guy. Jesus Christ.
I want to
Let
be a
me be
Nazi.
the
Jeez.
yeah. Let me be the guy with the skull on my head. Come on.
Yeah. I want to be a baddie. That's all.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let me,
I understand.
yeah. Jesus, like what's wrong with the game designers? They don't let you be evil.
Yeah. I understand that completely. Yeah, like I love the quest options. Like back in the day, Fable, like
Uh-huh.
that was a game you could be good or evil.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that predates WoW, I think, but also like cartoonish graphics and stuff like that. Problem is the lead developer Peter Molyneux, he had like just talked shit all the time. My game will do this, it will do that. Like literally everything you could imagine, my game will do. It'll get up and fucking get you a sandwich from the fridge. That's what my game will do. And then it like did none of that stuff. But he tried to do this like good versus evil thing, where you could be like good, or you could be evil. But in the end, you end up being the good guy either way. Like, no matter what choices you make, you end up kind of being good. So I didn't really like the choices. Like, that's the problem with the game anyhow. So, Fable 2 is a little better, but I never even beat it because I just didn't like care anymore. But you remember the game Dark Cloud? That game was the stuff.
I love
There's never any good or evil in that, but it was just good.
Yeah.
Such a good
Yeah,
game.
that one you collect stuff in the dungeon, you make the city or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember I got so excited when we needed to go get the genie. I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely paused the game a few times for that one. It was a good character. It's a good character, yeah. I never got into the second one because I played it, but I don't remember anything about it. I know the graphics were more cell shaded, so it was definitely an improvement in graphics. But at that time, cell shading really had started to like go into a lot of games because you had Wind Waker at the time, cell shaded. That game Dark Cloud 2 cell shaded, and honestly, there was a couple games back then that was cell shaded, and I think like they was really trying to go to that because it was easier on the system and it looked better. People thought the graphics are good, so. But Wind Waker, man, Wind Waker, Legends of Zelda Wind Waker got so much shit for being cell shaded back in the day. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah, it got tons of shit. Like people hating on it, and I loved it. Like I thought the cell shading was great. I thought it was a really, really cool way to go with the game because you had with like all the other games in the past, like the top-down view, and then you had Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, which were kind of like 3D. And then that was on the 64. And then when they went to the GameCube and they started, we'll make a new Legend of Zelda, they went with the Wind Waker, cell shading, this whole ocean theme where you go from island to island. It just felt really good. I thought the game was really well done. And smooth, really smooth.
Yeah.
I never played Skyward Sword or any of that, but the Switch one is really good. Breath of the Wild. A lot of fun. Open world. Very fun game. I'm going to play it again because, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was to say I never really played. The only one I really played was the one where he gives you a sword. And I don't even think I finished that one.
It was probably Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is good, but I feel like it's kind of, if you go back and play the game, you're going to be disappointed by it now. Like if you, yeah, I feel like it's one of those games that was in the time. You know what I mean? Like if you go back and play GoldenEye now, I mean, it's GoldenEye probably is still fun because it's like an FPS game, you know. But it's kind of like if you go back and play the original Doom unmodded, where you can't even point up or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like even though Doom is good, the FPS wise, they had good level design and they had like really good fun enemies. The music was great. Doom's a really bad example because that's a really fucking solid game. But it feels like some of the kind of open world type things that we take for granted now didn't exist in that game. So with all the hype that is around it, maybe it's a little bit of a letdown if you just go back and play it.
Yeah.
You'd probably be like, this game is good, but I don't know why everyone like says it's like basically like coming continuously, you know.
Why are you coming somewhere?
Yeah, so Gandalf, man. Again, I was Ganondorf. Gandalf, was like a Freudian slip. But yeah, and Wind Waker, I actually enjoyed Wind Waker more than Ocarina. Excuse me, Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time was a lot of fun, like really fun doing like some of the quests and stuff like that, and like the landscaping and stuff like that was a lot of fun. But the fun of Ocarina of Time, I felt like I experienced again when I got Breath of the Wild, and I played Breath of the Wild. I'm like, man, this feels like basically the first time I played Ocarina of Time. But Wind Waker, really, I don't think there's any game like it right now. You get on this boat, and you just go to different islands, and like there's no loading screen. So like you see the island, and it's in the distance, and it slowly gets closer and closer and closer. Then you land on the shore, and then you can get off and go to another island. It just feels so fun. So there's nothing like it.
Nice.
Yeah, I would definitely buy that game again if it came out on Switch. But Breath of the Wild, man, when I played that game for the first time, I was completely under the influence the entire time. I have barely any memories of the game. So
Nice.
if I were to play the game again, it'd be brand new. I haven't beat it, man. I beat the game, but I have no real memory of it. So
That's
I remember like a couple of the boss fights, and I remember like vaguely parts of the game, but I had like 100 hours of the game, and I don't remember anything. So just like Rick and Morty, man. I don't remember any Rick and Morty. I watched all of it. Well, 2 seasons of it. I don't remember any of it. Like maybe one episode.
I only watched the first episode. I think I watched it with you.
Kind of shit, to be honest. I don't even remember watching it with you, so.
Nah,
But
you got me to watch it. There was 2 episodes I watched with you. The first episode where he smuggles fruit, like tiny
yeah.
fruit or something, and
Man, how you have good memory. I don't remember any of that. So.
and we watched the one where he makes a robot where he has to patch brother and the robot has existential crisis.
Yeah, that's right. I love that one. Yeah, that was. The thing about Rick and Morty is the fans. The fans ruined it. Because I watched the show and I laughed at it a lot of times. Like, man, this is pretty funny. Like, obviously I was under a different state of mind, but I thought things were funny.
Yeah.
And then the fans online were completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just completely ridiculous. And I couldn't stomach that anymore. I hated the fans. I'm like, I can't watch this show anymore. The fans ruined it. Even the creator of the show kind of pissed me off.
Really?
Yeah. But South Park, I feel like, is the show. So, holy shit.
The biggest genius is the guy that invented SpongeBob. Like, I heard like when he came into to pitch the idea for the show,
Yeah.
he came in with like a fucking aquarium and a fucking
Dude.
sponge. He pitched it and it fucking went through. Like, imagine being the guy that invented fucking SpongeBob, dog.
Man, SpongeBob though, I feel like SpongeBob is one of the OG stoner shows. Like honestly, but I remember watching the pilot for SpongeBob back on TV. Check this out. I'm gonna send you a picture. I just found this. It's a huntsman spider.
Ooh.
It's ginormous, man. It's like maybe 6 inches wide.
Wow.
Huge. Yeah, it's pretty.
That right now?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna run away.
How poisonous is it?
I don't know. I'm gonna burn down the tree.
That's huge.
I think
Dude, that looks badass. That's like a level 60 elite.
And it's too much for me. I think it's too big.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking badass. That's
I think there's a couple in there too, because like I saw something moving. And like that's what caught my attention, was something moving, and then the something moving moved under, like there's like a bit of the tree, so it moved under that, so I couldn't see what it was, and then I saw that, I'm like, holy shit.
Dude, those things probably eat like birds and rats and shit. Like, they don't fuck around with bugs.
It's too big, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like 7 times zoom from like a really far away. Like I'm zoomed in as far as my phone can zoom in. Yeah, that guy's gonna follow me home if I'm not careful. Fuck that shit, dude. Fuck spiders, dude.
Nah, spiders eat all the retarded shit. I'm good with spiders. I read that
I
spiders
don't like
ticks and mosquitoes and shit.
Yeah, I agree with you on the ticks, man. Fuck ticks. I hate ticks so much. They're scary.
Yeah.
I'll try to see if I can get a better zoom on this.
They're gross looking too.
Yeah, I hate spiders. I mean, ticks as well. Like, ticks are crazy because, like, ticks will literally... Alright, I took another picture of that. I tried to get closer to it. Maybe I can send it to you. If I send you another picture. I tried to get closer. The same distance. It's the same distance. I can't get any closer. I'm trying. It's just too much. It's like one of those TVs, like where the spider jumps out at you.
Ah, dude, yeah.
I don't want to get too close and like have that thing.
Yeah, it's just waiting there. Someone stupid
Yeah.
has to come
All right. I got
along.
pretty. Yeah, fuck that, dude. Here, I got a little closer to it.
Yeah, that thing is huge. Look at those fangs.
Yep. I ain't touching that. Just knowing that that exists in this world that I also exist in is scary. I don't want to be near it. Man, spiders are terrifying though. But yeah, ticks are worse. Like ticks will fuck you up. So, like, so badly. And I guess Michigan has them really bad right now, especially in the woods. So you don't want to go in the woods right now. I wonder how many of them there are in there. I think there's more than one. Maybe not. I don't know.
Ticks?
No, the spider. I was trying to see if there's more than one.
Oh, in the
I'm walking away
tree?
from that.
Yeah. You see one spider, that means there's a million of them.
Yeah. I love the Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Demon Slayer. They have the spider kind of arc, the few episodes, like 2 episodes of that. I love that. I think that's amazing. That was one of my favorites. Yeah. I haven't seen any snakes though here like recently. I've only seen like 1 or 2 snakes in my time in Japan, and one was dead. So.
For the snake.
I love snakes, so I really wish I'd seen more.
Snakes are cool. Slither.
They have, yeah, dude, for sure, Slitherman. They also like snakes as well. Have there's 2 poisonous ones here in Japan, but only 1 in the main island, and they're very rare. But if you live in a rice paddy place, then you see them all. I guess often because they're rats.
Well, I read that snakes and rats.
Yeah, well, I'd rather have snakes and rats for sure. Like snakes don't carry diseases and shit like that. Let's try to fucking eat them like the Chinese. But if you just let the snakes do their thing and kill the rats, then they're not gonna bite you unless you fuck with them.
Rat, though. I wouldn't mind a pet rat.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Dude, they're so smart.
They're so smart. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Rats and cockroaches for the future, man.
Probably rats are just fucking like, I don't know.
Hey,
they had the right idea. Yeah, they did. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I was about to say they had the right idea with the plague, you know. They're just trying to help the earth out. Nip this human thing in the butt. Fuck up enough of them.
Dude, imagine like a rat superhero, like humanoid with the plague mask. Oh my god, that's so badass. It like spreads like fucking shit around. Oh my god, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you could draw.
Yeah. Such a good idea.
But snakes are really, I feel like, one of the best animals too. And I think that snakes were demonized by Christianity on purpose because of the like pagan connotations of snakes. I forgot where I read about this.
Or something?
Yeah, like fertility and stuff like that. So, and then the Christians wanted to demonize pagan stuff. But it doesn't make any sense. Like Moses has a staff with a snake wrapped around it, right? Like our symbol for medicine is also 2 snakes wrapped around a pole.
Yeah, well,
so,
you can't separate our pagan past
Exactly, yeah. So I love snakes. I had the boa constrictor as a pet when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
So I don't really have any like phobia or fear. But venomous, like snakes are easy to catch too. As long as you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to catch them. You just gotta get like a Y-shaped stick, put behind their head. You gotta run up on them, and then grab their tail and grab right behind their head. They can't bite you, they can't swing around, they can't do anything. So it's pretty easy. I never really had that fear. Well, here they got, like I said, the mamushi, which is a poisonous one, but and then in the island in the south here they have called habu. And those are really everywhere, I guess. You see them every day.
Habu.
Whew.
That sounds cool. The habu is
Yeah.
coming for you.
They're pretty pretty. I mean, they're pretty, so yeah, I think so. Yeah. Whew.
You gonna make it?
All right, man. Yeah, I'm dying. Walking back up the hill. So, whew, let me go. I'm gonna let you go here.
Alright.
If there's nobody in the room, and right now it's lunchtime, so people will be there till like 1:20. But after that, if there's nobody there, I'll give you a call back. Maybe we can finally get some studying done. It's been long enough.
LOL, like a million years, real years ago.
Probably 3 weeks it's been. I haven't done any studying, so I feel like terrible. Stupid skylines, dude. Too much city sky. All right, man. Well, good talking with you, and hopefully I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
All right, man. See you. Thank you. You too. Good luck. Bye.